5 lights, and away we go. I think everybody got a decent start there.
That's an insane start from Koushik. Exactly what he would have wanted.
RB Ferraro, he just sneak onto the inside and he has to P2.
Be able to salvage some points all the way down.
Eccentric sending down the inside on Oxygen, and Oxygen is coming back alongside. Putting his wheels, and he's side by side going around the outside. And I think he's got the move done. Yes, he has got the move. Oh, still there side by side, but it's got the inside line. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the round 1 of Tier-1 Season 9 of FM 2022 PC League here at IRC. It's a fine Sunday evening, and today we've got Shrock, who is on streamer duty, who'll be catching us all the action. And I've got with me watching powder Nirma, who is going to be my co-commentator and the creator of the awesome trailer that you saw earlier. Nirma, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing absolutely fine after the road trip to Lonavala, drenched wet. But equally excited to commentate on the Silverstone in Tier 1 because we all know how fierce the competition can get in Tier 1 and it's Silverstone. So, really looking forward to this.
Yep, alright. So, without any further ado, let's just move on to the track video and the Hotlap. This is one of my favorite tracks, a 5.8 kilometer long, 2 DRS straights. Absolute high-speed track with flowing corners that doesn't really interrupt your flow. Multiple lines through each corner provides some really good racing.
And let's go for a lap of Silverstone on board current Tier 1 champion Helium. As we come across the line, start the lap. Turn 1, Abbey corner, flat, clip the inside curb, make sure not to run wide on exit. Turn 2 is again flat, coming through. Turn 3, important to keep as tight to the apex as possible. Turn 4, loop section, which also consists of turn 5 as well. Very, very important traction zone coming out of there. Coming on to the Wellington straight, the first of 2 straights on this track. As we come through Brooklyn's infamous corner, constantly tightening, important to get a good inside line through there. Hook the wheel through the curb. Luffield corner as well. Woodcut is pretty much flat as now we head up to the infamous part of Silverstone, which is the end of Sector 2 towards the beginning of Sector 3. Cops corner, very hard to get absolutely right. A late turn in ensures you won't run wide on exit. Coming now for the infamous Maggots Beckett section, pretty much just a case of downshift and flick your way through these corners. Only have to really brake for Chapel and we are officially done for that. Coming into Sector 3 now, down the hangar straight, DRS open as we come down to the uphill Stowe corner. Brake just at the beginning of the curb on the right hand side, hook the car in, try to not run wide on exit. Very important to keep it within track limits as we come now down to the Vale chicane where Hamilton and a couple of drivers went up against each other, and we come across the line again round the Hamilton straight to get a lap of Silverstone.
Okay, we are back, and oh my god, it looks like a very interesting weather. I mean, it is a wet weather. There is no transitions unlike what we had in F1 2021, but yes, this weather is definitely going to be tricky for the drivers to face. As we saw earlier today in Tier 2, there were a lot of spins going here, but wet weather, it's going to obviously complicate things. What do you think, Nirma?
Well, looking at this wet weather is giving me PTSD because I had faced a lot of rain today and it's still raining outside my door right now. So it seems pretty much at home right now as we have Violent Gandhi in the Aston Martin leaving the garage. But no transitioning weather, the drivers are going to be keeping that in their mind and trying to figure out when is it a good time to switch out to the wets or the intermediates. So it's going to be fun to see on how and what lines the drivers take to get the optimum out of their tire wear and lap times.
Yeah, just in case the audience who have missed the Tier 2021 race, I would definitely recommend you guys to go back and watch it. an absolute cracker of a race with some good weather transitions, mixed strategies, some driver taking some risks, some gambles and stuff. That was absolutely legendary stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty sure even today's Tier 1 race, the drivers are going to put an absolutely blistering show for us.
I think all of these, we have a few drivers who have been promoted into Tier 1. Mostly, the most important guy is going to be the Tier 2 champion, RB Ferrello, who has been dominating Tier 2 and then now finally has been promoted up to Tier 1. It's going to be fun to see how he's going to be performing in Tier 1. And then we have our the former, defending champion, to be more specific, Helium, is going to be also battling up against RB Ferrello. I think Helium won last season by 19 points, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, that was a very, very tight championship battle going on. And it's actually quite poetic that they actually wrapped up the championship on this track. So you could literally say that they're picking up where they left it off.
It's just going to be fun to see. Let's see how the different game and different updates and different driving styles is going to be moved on and translated into F1 2022. And while they're all setting out an outmap, let's talk about the new latest update, the crossplay update. I think you have been playing a lot of 22 people. So what are your opinions on it? How has it been? Has it been smooth? Has it been bumpy?
I mean, crossplay is definitely a very good welcome feature. Everyone's pretty much hyped for it because we do have a lot of PlayStation and Xbox platform players who are unfortunately not able to do in the league races along with us because of the whole platform problems. But pretty sure that will be solved once the crossplay is in effect. As it stands right now, crossplay is in beta testing, and which means that it's not completely stable, has its own flaws, but it does look promising to me.
Crossplay is going to be a very sketchy area for me. I haven't had a very good experience with cross-platform in Borderlands 2 and 3. My friend has been playing on the Xbox and PlayStation 4. I'm playing on the PC. It doesn't work out pretty much. But if this works out and esports actually pulls it off as compared to Gearbox, it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be fun to see the activity we're going to have with the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation boys, the Xbox boys, and the PC boys. As we have Varun Gandhi going through Max and Beckett's, we have a yellow
Let me just
flag.
interrupt you right there. Shrock, could you please check the game audio settings?
Yes, but do you not hear it?
I think we are getting some complaints that there is no audio on the stream.
Interesting.
Okay, give me just a sec.
No, but I think everything is there. I think there was just a false alarm.
Yeah,
I was just scratching my head. What could be wrong here?
All right, moving on. So we do have 2 lap times on the board right now. Rizzle with 1:38.3. That seems to be a very quick lap time, and Violent Gandhi seems to have set like a banker lap, you could say, and so does RB Ferrello with a 1:40.0. So yep, Rizzle is swinging right off the blocks.
I still remember back when lockdown was still in effect in a very huge way. Grissom used to spam iRacing a lot. So it's not surprising to say he is actually topping the timing sheets by a huge margin right there. Also, one thing that's going to be interesting for me is how Baba's going to be racing today, because yesterday in ACC, in both race 1 and race 2, he got taken out by the same driver in the same corner. So that's obviously going to leave me frustrated. And let's see if that frustration carries on and translates into today's race.
And we see Helium has put on the purple lap right now. It's a 1:38 flat. It's a 1:38.090. Amazing lap.
Rizzle is like almost 2 tenths behind Helium. And both have set only 1 lap, so Helium shows overall strong pace over Rizzle. But let's see if that actually translates on to the race. But then we won't have any DRS in effect because of rain. So the only prayer I can think of right now is rain, go away, come again another day.
And we see Aradhya slotting into P3 with a 1:38.8. So we will definitely see the lap times tumbling down as it goes on, and you see Rizal has beat the time again.
Quicker. Beautiful stuff from these two boys. Just a few minutes into Tier 1 race, we're already getting quick lap times as we're getting a lot of yellow flags. Mostly in final sectors. Probably drivers slowing down so I can get a quick lap in.
I think it's just drivers just pacing themselves out so that they don't trip over each other.
As we have a car
Yeah,
stopped
like
on
T1
the
and C2
starting
difference
line.
is amazing.
$11 minutes to go in qualifying as we have 8 drivers now. Correction, 9 drivers were set. Lap times out of 17 drivers. Bristol P1, 138, 010. Followed by Helium, 138, 090. P3, Lokesh, 38, 4. Arate Gupta, RB Ferrello, Violent Gandhi, Timurabi, 8 Silk
And let me cut you off right there because Helium beat the time even more right now. He's at a 137.5.
He's gone 5 tenths quicker. Okay, no, this is alien pace right here. I'm just scratching my head. How can someone just scratch off 5 tenths just like that?
Yep, probably Helium would have fueled up for multiple laps, and with the lightning load, he's able to push much further, I think. Because as you know, it is a wet track. I mean, it's not a soaking wet track, it's winter conditions, but still the ERS is enough for you to do multiple flying laps at once. So, yeah, I can see drivers doing that.
So I think this season in Tier 1 has to have one of the strongest team pair-ups. I remember looking at the driver lineup at Livestream and Tier 1, and we have Sir SSG Assassin spinning out. Going back to what I was saying, I think Tier 1 in all of the seasons we have done, 9 seasons, this has to be the strongest driver pair-up I've seen in Tier 1. Because we have Black Sheep and I believe Real SD was not probably racing today. But we have a driver who's really consistent in terms of pace, and the driver has very good, strong pace overall. And then we have Helium and Bristol again, 2 amazing driver pair-ups. And then we have Baba and RB in the Ferrari as well. So it's going to be really amazing to see how the team strategies actually come into play. Because yes, even though Formula 1 is an individual sport, you also have to think about the Constructors' Championship as well.
Yep, I could already see Helium and Russell with the Alfa Romeo pairing already having their names written on the World Constructors Championship, because those two guys are absolutely rapid. You could see already right now they're just they're just trading pole position types with each other. So, yeah, it's going to take a lot of effort from the other teams to break that pairing.
I'm getting a vibe of Mercedes 2016 from the Alfa Romeo boys, because I mean, let's say that Helium wins this race, and yes, they're in the same team and they want the team to win as well. But if they're going to have consistent pace and almost similar pace, and Bristol thinks he has an overtaking opportunity on Helium, do you think they'll go argy-bargy, or will they have an unsaid agreement of exchanging wins every now and then?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they would be in a VC, they would be coming up with some strategy, but I would say ultimately it all comes down to the heat of the moment, because everyone is a racer. You see Baba has spun into the gravel. That looks like at the exit of Stowe Corner. Oh no, that's Pops. I think he just took too much speed through there. Yeah, that's something that's going to happen quite a lot. And yeah, coming back to the point. So yes, ultimately, even though you're going to say you're going to play the team game or whatever, the racer in you is always going to be like, get the position. You could see some conflicts, could be something interesting going on, but and you see SSC Assassin has retired. Next to, could you go to any car that's next to? Yeah, anyway, so we did know from some players, including SSC Assassin, that this game has been a bit of a nightmare for the controller players, with the car handling being a bit difficult, and also the vibration feedback being a bit delayed. So, Shrock, have you tried this game on a controller or a wheel or anything?
Yeah, I have tried it on a wheel. Felt to me quite similar to F1 2021. Maybe just a bit more lethargic. Cars feel like they don't want to turn in. That might be just the new aero package working its way. But since I'm not as much of a veteran in F1 games, I can't really comment on the differences.
Okay. See that
Likewise.
Baba was getting absolutely loose over there. That is not going to help his lap. He's going to have to reload and do another lap.
I don't see anything exciting happening. I just found something interesting. There's a question from Sandeep Maridu. I hope I pronounced it right. He's asked, what gears do these drivers use? Considering we are India, it is difficult to get a Fanatic or a Trustmaster setup. I'm curious to know what these guys are using to get these lap times. So, Deepak, how will you answer that question from Sandeep?
I mean, we do have a whole mixture of controllers here. Like, as you remember, the last season, or was 2 seasons back, Tier 2 champion Paras used a mobile phone to power his way to victory. So, yeah, I mean, the input device are varying, but of course, if the predominant input device here is a wheel, probably a G29 or a T150, which are the most easily available entry-level products, which I would also recommend if you're going to start some racing. Yeah, that's the common setup that's going on.
But we do have a few drivers with Fanatic wheels, if I'm not wrong.
Yep, that is true.
They do get it imported by proxy addresses. We're just not going to go more into detail with that. Trustmaster is not difficult to get since I am myself a Trustmaster user. The T150 to be more specific, it's a pretty good wheel. The customer care, however, is not pretty good. But we had quite a few amount of keyboard players last season as well. But I hope we answered the question, Sandeep. Moving on, we see Baba not having a very good time in this game.
Yep, he is absolutely throwing that car around, just hoping it will stick, but it's not at the moment. Baba is a driver who is known to prefer the loose driving style, likes his rear to kick out and does that stuff, but unfortunately, it's not helping him at this moment right now. And up front, Helium looks to be on a flyer once again with the purple sector 1. Purple sector 2, he's 3/10 up on his own lap time. Wow, this man is on a fire. Goes to stove. All good. Oh, that was a little loose over there. I think he might have lost a few tenths here and there, but yeah, that's really not going to help him. But I think he could still go on another lap after this. And looks like someone else has taken the purple sector 1 from him. I wonder who it would be. And he goes even faster, like he's off 137.1. Awesome lap. And in the middle of all this, Moto has sneaked into P2 with a 137.6. We didn't see that. So I wonder who else is Rizal seems to be on the same set of tires. He's still going on at the 6-lap set tires. I wonder, I think it might be the right time to go into the garage, go for a fresh set of tires, maybe challenge the pole. But let's see what he's about to do. And Moto has invalidated his lap, trying to get himself up for the next lap. And Wells is on Hotlap at this moment. Manikandi is on his outland. We're on board Faizan, who's in a personal best first sector, going to maggots and brackets. This looks like this is his last hot lap or something because ERS is too low. I'm afraid he can't improve a lot, but let's see. I think any improvement still counts. So he's 1.4 off the leader. As expected, the ERS deficit is not really helping him. It's going down a lot. It's not really helping him. Lokesh is on a hot lap. He is also one of the talents to look out for. He has been quite promising in the earlier season. I saw a lot of hype around him as well. So yeah, let's look what kind of time he could put on this new set of inters that he's out on. Very extensive use of the track limits there, going as much as he could wide on the track, almost hitting the boards. But he does improve. Personal best first sector. That's great. To Woodcut, we go on to the straight and upcoming corner. Cops, let's see how he takes that corner in this condition. Oh, goes on the brakes, goes down to 6. That was a bit sketchy, and his lap is out.
Yep, unfortunate for him. Let's see what RB Ferrell can do.
Yep, RB Ferrell also seems to be on the same set of tires, 7 laps old. So even though if he might, I'm not sure how much he could improve it by. Yeah, as you see, Rizzle has gone into the pits. He's coming out with a fresh set of hinters, and as his moto, he's also on a outlap on his fresh set. So those two guys are going to be someone to watch out for.
And what would be the wear situation look like in this weather on the Inters?
Inters, they can hold them out. Right now, looking at the telemetry from RB's tires, front tires are slightly in the neon green category, which is not that bad to be honest. They can still go. And we are seeing something different here. Aradhya has gone for the slicks. What do you think of that?
Seems weird. I have one driver with slicks. I can't recall this happening. Oh yeah, Russia. The Russian race when Lando Norris refused to spit for the wets. And he has already left.
Left? Okay.
That was quick.
I'm interested to see how he's going to fare outside, but yeah.
There it is.
And even Streeter has retired. I wonder what happened to him. Oh, we see Helium. We had a purple sector 1, but sectors 2 and 3 have been bad. Probably traffic or mistake or whatever. He's on his second and final flying lap on this set of tires.
I mean, but he's in a very comfortable position. I think he doesn't need to push it down since his teammate is down so much.
Could he go on for Drizzle? Could we see where he is with respect to the track? Could he make it on time? He can make it on time. So Rizzle and Moto are on their final hot laps. Let's see if they could challenge for pole right now. Those were the only challenges I could see at the moment. Or will we see any other surprise challenges rising from nowhere? Let's see.
That's the fun of the first race. You never know what happens, and with the first race, you can kind of get an idea of what to expect from the season. Last season, Tier-1, we knew it was going to be competitive, and now that's the same thing I personally am expecting for this race. As Helium, I think is he still on a hot lap right now?
Yep, he's on a hot lap. Okay.
So
he's on a purple sector 1.
Ooh. So
General Pepe goes up to P2, and Logesh, I think Logesh has moved up to P3, 37.5. That's a nice lap. Helium for the purple sector 2. That's really amazing. This man is on a mission right now. He is not looking to concede that pole anytime soon.
I think he knows that Motomoto and Bristle are the only guys who can probably snatch that away from him, and he wants to make sure that it does not happen, thinking he wants to be...
And we are into the 36th. My god, it's 136. What a stonking lap.
I can't do these lap times in the dry weather as well. How are they doing in the wet weather?
What an absolute blistering lap time. Can you go on board Moto, check what he's doing? He's coming down to the club chicane. Just a few more corners to go. He has set personal best. First to sectors. Let's see where he could put his Alpha Tauri in. Oh, that was a little slide. Oh, that's gone. Oh, but he's still... Oh, wait, what? Did he? Okay. That was a bit weird. Seeing the purple banner, I got a bit excited. That would have been the most weirdest pole victory I've ever seen. But yeah, that was a good quality shootout. What do you think, Shrock?
Yeah, I think these guys are super fast. That's all I can say right now. Especially towards the end. I'm not sure how much the track ramped up, but the drivers definitely did. That was just something to see.
Yep, they had definitely turned the week all the way up to 11. So yeah, with that, Helium gets the first pole of the season in Tier 1. So Helium starts from pole with an absolutely stonking lap of 136.4, and Drizzle with a 136.5 starts right behind him. Moto is in P3, General Pepe in P4, both Alpha Tauri is there. Logesh starting from P5, RB Ferrolo from P6, Akash from P7, Violent Kanti from P8, Faisal from P9, and Alpha Bot round off the top 10. And then we have Kubarabi, Aradhya Gupta, Eitzel, Black Sheep, and could you just scroll down? Anyway, it's over.
We ran out of time there.
Yep. So we've got an Alfa Romeo lockout, and right behind them we've got an Alpha Tauri row. So front two rows are dominated by the Alphas.
Yeah, there could be shenanigans at the start. Teams vying for position there. What are your predictions for this race?
I still think Helium can get this in the bag, but yeah, we do know that it's a tricky conditions out here. So whoever doesn't make a lot of mistakes is going to easily get this race. So I really don't have any predictions at this moment. At this moment, my heart is saying yes, Helium is going to take the race, but we're just going to have to wait and watch.
Yes, we do know that that rain always produces wildcard results. We only have to go back to Hungary last season, where nobody would have guessed Ocon, even if the odds were 10x for him. But yeah, the rain does. It is the biggest equalizer.
Yep, that is true. That is true.
And
It
then what
really
happened
shuffles
to
the entire grid, and could be a
what
lot of
happened to
variations
Moto
going
right
on around.
now? And then
So
what
yeah,
happened
really
to
looking forward to that as we see the drivers are prepping up with their setups and everything. So yeah, let's see.
and then
Yep.
what happened to Moto right now? It's safe to say that it's going to be a very tricky condition because he's a spun on the start finish
Yeah,
line.
people have to be very careful to not receive the same fate.
Yep.
All these people just standing out in the rain. No umbrellas for them. Hardcore
Be a
fans is
racist
what you
one.
call them.
Should be a racist one.
Yeah.
If one guy doesn't have umbrella, none of us have umbrellas.
Yeah, but then
Racist
there's
one.
3 of them who are just breaking the pact.
They
They have
always
umbrellas.
They aren't hardcore fans. They're here because F1 Paddock invited them.
Yeah, well,
Have it.
probably I did hear that a few weeks back that UK was going through a heat wave, so probably they're happy that it's raining.
Yeah, true. The whole of Europe. I remember when they pulled up to Hungary this season. During the free practice session before the rain, it was just completely arid. It looked like
Yeah,
we
burnt
were in
grass.
between a
Yeah,
desert. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, even in today's Silverstone round and MotoGP, like most of the grass was just burnt. It was not like the proper green grass that you've seen. So yeah,
Yeah.
it does look to be very hot over there. And we are almost about to start. We got 10 seconds. And moving on to another specific reason that we got right now is that the formation laps are set to broadcast mode because, well, what's an F1 game without its own share of glitches? And with this one, we're going to have a formation lap glitch where even if the drivers warm up their tires in the formation lap, except the host, everyone else starts with 70-degree tires, which are cold, which is obviously not favorable for everyone. So broadcast mode is enabled, which means that the formation lap will be simulated and everyone will be starting on toasty tires, which also is going to ruin their chances of setting their car up on the start because, as you know, in this game, you could position your car just like how the real life drivers do. Like if you want to cut off the guy next to you starting on the right side, you could point your car to the right and point it that way. But with this one, you can't do it, and it's going to be on a straight. So that particular option is gone. But yeah, fingers crossed that option will be enabled soon once the bug is fixed. As you see, the formation lap is coming to an end. The drivers are slotting into their grid slots. So, yep. Nirma, why don't you take us away with the start?
Oh, this is my personal favorite. You know I love myself some race starts. And before the race begins, I'm going to invite you guys to please join the IRC Discord and have fun with the boys in IRC as we have the final Haas car. Very, very realistic slotting in. We have coming up to the red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. We have lights out and away we go to a very slow start from one of the cars. We have wing damage on the rear. I think that's Rissel as Helium is flying off. That is not good for Rissel. Is falling back into the order. They have a drive through for Rissel as we have Moto battling out of the Helium already. He has the inside line for the turn and we have yellow flag sector 1. Is it going to be a safety car? I don't think so. As Helium pushes Moto wide, he gets the inside line and we have Cuban Abi slowing down as well. We have 2 drivers penalties. Bristol is going to be on the very, very bad end of things with wing damage.
Yeah, that looked like a very chaotic start with Lokesh can jump start. And we see Moto is going for a move on the inside, but Helium just hangs it around on the outside. This is amazing racing right here. It's still not done yet. Moto is still hanging it around, but I think Helium has got enough just to hold up Moto. But what an amazing sequence of corners for these 2 guys. But unfortunately, it's not the same behind because there seems to have been a lot of confusion on the start with Lokesh getting a jump start and some cars just stalling on the grid with the wing damage and stuff like that, which is very weird to see. But we do see that our Moto is sticking on to Helium, which is really good to see. So that I think we are going to see a good fight on our hands for the lead of the race.
Going back to the incident at the end, I think that was the AlphaTauri of General Pepe, rear-ending Whistle, who could not get a start, and Moto getting a beautiful run. That is going to be an overtake, but Helium runs it on the inside. Moto still hanging it on the outside. Beautiful stuff by Moto. Beautiful move.
Yep, that was absolutely beautiful, and I thought Helium might switch to the inside, have a look, but Helium is content at this point to hang behind. But right behind, we see Rizzle is making a move on SST Assassin, who has got the best start so far, has gained 9 positions from the start, which is amazing from his side. So far, the biggest loser seems to be General Pepe, who's going into the pits right now, probably with some broken wings. Yes, he does have a broken right wing. So moving on to the on-track action, we've got also Cuba Ravi had spun out. I wonder what happened to him, whether it's a separate incident or was it involving something else. I don't know. But moving on to the lead battle. Oh wait, before that, we do got Faizan and Rizzle tussling it out to each other through the loop corner, and Rizzle is going ahead of Faizan. That's a really brave overtaking right there. That's not a corner where you want to go side by side. It's very tough to get it right. There are always chances of the cars going at each other, but Rizzle makes it through. So Rizzle looks to be on a charge, wants to get back to where he was supposed to be. So he is looking good. But up front, Moto is breaking away. He's already 7 tenths up. So yeah, this is something that I did not really expect. What do you think, Nirma?
Following Moto's debut in IRC, I think season 5 or season 6, he has grown a lot in terms of pace and skill. And Moto batting out with Helium was absolutely spectacular. And he's already going almost a second in terms of gap. Helium. If this keeps on going, I don't think Helium's going to be having a good time defending his champion title from last season.
Oh, SSS seems to be having some problems with his controller because he just lost 3 positions in a span of a straight, which is very weird to see. What do you have the telemetry, please? Oh yes, he's actually having a broken front wing. Front right wing is broken.
Oh no.
And he's not really having a great day. He's always been complaining about how the gamepad, it's very to control the car on the gamepad for him. So I think he's not really having a great day, and that's amplified with the fact that it's a wet condition race. So yeah, I really feel bad for him, but he definitely has got the potential to do it. And we see Eitzel moving slow. We don't see the telemetry for him, unfortunately.
Eitzel does not have a good time, has not been having a good weekend this season. In ACC as well, he had a hard time going around the track around Barcelona, and now in F1 he has a penalty. It's not a good racing weekend for Eitzel, as we are Streeter battling around Black Sheep 2 veterans from Tier 1. Black Sheep who had a string of unfortunate races from last season, and Streeter, who, fun fact, was my teammate back when I started in IRC.
Yep, and when we were tracking this battle, Rizzle had pulled the move on Akash Sononi moving up to P4, and we see Black Sheep going very wide on Pop's corners. That's gonna light up the eyes of Streeter. He's gonna be rubbing his hands, seeing a potential move coming up. Oh, that's too wide. I think he's gonna have a very bad exit, and Alphabot is sizing him up from the back. Alphabot is sticking around, but Streeter is doing his level best to block him, and Alphabot is just hanging behind. That looked like a very good defense from Streeter, just confusing Alphabot as to where he was gonna go. But the battle is still going on. Alphabot is going down the inside. He's sending it, and he has stuck it through. That was a nice thing from Alphabot. Pretty sure Streeter did not expect that.
Alphabot sent a dive bomb from Narnia, and he actually stuck it. That was beautiful. Streeter was taken by surprise over it.
Yep, definitely.
And Eitzel has 5-second time penalty for spinning in the pit lane, and he went into the pit lane to solve his drive-through. F and Jack.
Yep, the bad weekend gets even more worse for him. So yeah, he's definitely not going to be happy. But yeah, moving on to up front, Rizzle has caught up to RB Ferraro. He is absolutely flying on the track right now, so he has already caught up a lot of positions, and now he's on the back of RB Ferraro. Let's see how long he takes to dispatch of RB Ferraro right here.
What happened to Rizzle reminded me a lot of people failing their clutches on the start-finish line. That was weird, because I saw the car on the left side of the track, sprinting it off from the start line, and then the second Alfa Romeo of Rizzle just standing still. And General Paper just rear-ending his car and using his front wing, which now puts him in P15 right behind Tama.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, one of the Alphas having a good start on one of the Alphas just going back. Yeah, perfectly balanced. And we see RB Ferrello has a very wild movement over there, and Rizal is trying to send it around the outside. If he sticks it, it's going to be an outrageous move.
Oh my god, that was absolutely beautiful from Russell.
Yep, I mean, hanging it around the outside was something else, but the inside corner looked a bit sketchy, just barging RB out of the way, but he was entitled to the space. But man, I mean, even thinking of such a move in such a condition like this is just absolutely amazing, and it just shows how badly Rizal wants to just get up front. So yeah, now it's a 4-second gap to Helium, so he's just gonna keep pushing, and up front Moto and Helium are keeping within a second of each other, so that battle is still just, let's say it's on hold for now. They're just holding wherever they are. They're on a pause button right now. So yeah, let's see.
Redemption time for this right now from what happened on the start finish line. We only know once he gets in the podium finish, podium points, podium finish, and we can ask him on commentator's points as to what happened, because I'm really curious what happened. And while we were talking about the overtake on RB from Business Beauty, 8 cylinders has retired from the race. It's DNF and it's PC.
Oh, that's really sad. That's a really sad end for the race. Probably he might have had enough, I guess. And we do see a sector 1 yellow flag. I think that's a Ferrari. I think that's Baba's car. This guy is not really having a good time today.
He didn't have a good time in ACC's Pro. Now it's Formula 1. 2 drivers with very bad racing weekends this season in IRC esports.
Yep. So we see a little train over here. Faizan was a bit closer, but I don't know what happened. His gap just fell off a little. But Aradia, Faizan are ganging up on Akash right now. So yep, a Mercedes and a Red Bull sandwich. Where are we seeing this? Oh my God! Aradia.
No.
Good car
Wait,
control,
sit.
my man.
He is gonna be on gold brown mode right now.
Yep, looking at that, I was like, for sure, one Red Bull is out, but good car control to save it right there from going into the wall. Yeah, that's gonna happen quite a lot, as we saw in today's earlier Tier 2 race. A lot of people are finding it tough under traction, especially in the final corner. The car just sliding under traction and just catching them out, while just going into the wall. So, yep, one less spin. Let's say one less spin, one more spin saved by Aradia there. Good on him. Good car control. And we are on with Faizan, who is once again closing up the gap on Akash. It's been hovering around this range. I think the closest I saw him was 2 tenths next to Akash, but it's somewhat holding on over here. So let's see where it's going to happen. I think he's just waiting for Akash to do a little mistake and he could just bounce on him. So far, he looks to be holding on his ground. It's all going good.
I didn't see a post on Instagram about a driver having an overtake in real racing. And he was talking about the psychology of racing. Basically meaning, if a driver does one mistake even once, there's a high possibility he's going to do it again in the same place. To just stay consistent, right? And I think Faizan will put that same mentality right now. He has been maintaining the same gap, though a little bit on and off. But if Akash does one mistake, it's all gone, it's all over. B5 is.
Yep, that's a very effective strategy, because it's not a very short sprint race, it's a long race. We've still got 20 even laps to go, and while yes, if you get the overtake soon, that's great, but you don't really have to rush through and take unnecessary risks. Just pressure the driver, make your presence known to him, and just keep piling the pressure, and for sure they'll break, or at least you'll be able to find an opening if you just stick behind them long enough, learning their lines and stuff. And we see sector 2 and 3 yellow flag, and I think that's again Ferrari of Baba, who is his, like you're saying, it's not really having a good week. It's really bad for him. We see some time penalties already coming in. The SSC Assassin getting a 3-second time penalty, and Baba also, I think, has a 3 seconds on him. So far, so good as far as penalties are concerned, but it's just 7 laps into the race. Those penalties could be a deciding factor in the race results. Let's just wait and see. As it stands, the field seems to be a bit spread out. So only car right now seems to be Faizan and AlphaBot, who looks to be in a position to make a move. So yeah, I think we are kind of hitting that mid-race lull period, I would say, Nirma. What do you say?
I think my neighbors agree as well, since they're lighting up firecrackers. And I'm just chilling here having my burrito right now, so I can give my reviews on the burrito if you want, since we hit the mid race bottom.
It's all right. We don't get paid enough to do such stuff. So yeah.
Wait, you get paid?
Nope.
The closest drivers we see are only two. That's 5-7 on Akash Tsunamine and Alpha Bob on Black Sheep.
Yep. Alphabot seems to be sticking it very close to Black Sheep. So I wonder what's going on in their team. VC is Alphabot asking for him to be let through, or is he content sticking behind? Don't know what's going on, but so far it looks like he is sticking behind Black Sheep. So,
Well,
oh wait,
to be fair,
no,
Black
no,
Sheep
wait,
is
I'm really sorry because
they're
those are
not on the
different
same
teams.
team. Yes.
Yes.
And even if they were the same,
I got baited by the colors in the.
Yeah, these
in
blues
the-
are always
yeah.
confusing.
Yep. So
yeah, because Black Sheep's teammate is Real SD, who is not attending today's race.
that's right. That's right. Well, not much is happening on the race right now. Could you at least go through the chat? What's happening over there, Nirma?
I can talk about burrito if you want.
Not about that, please.
In the chat, nothing new has been happening. We did talk about Sandeep Maridu and his question about the wheels and the equipment that the Poison IRC use. He says, thanks for the answers, everyone. Appreciate it. So people in the chat as well helping him with his answers. What else do we have? We have Virgin Kopnuri getting excited when they mentioned Paras being too good on the mobile of all things.
You see Alphabot having a few moments here and there. The car is just sliding a bit, but he seems to be on top of it though. But right now, you see his gap has fallen down a little. It's going down to 8 tenths and 9 tenths right now. So those little oversteering moments not really helping him. So I don't think we don't even have any further transitions. So I don't know how exactly it's going to be, but yeah, this is where we are.
So in the meantime, let's talk about real life Formula 1 season. As we have Moto with the 3-second time penalty, it's going to be really crucial for Helium because he is just 1.9 seconds behind Moto.
Yep, there is something that Helium would have been looking forward for because the caps were increasing, but now Moto is under even more pressure to pull off the cap because 3 seconds. So he's 1.8 clear of Helium, so he's gonna have to clear out much more. And we see Alphabot is much more closer to Black Sheep right now, going through Cops. He will be looking to get a mega exit out of the Beckett's corner so that he could have a good run down the Hangar straight and possibly a move on the Stowe corner. And
He misses the apex. He's messed up the apex. No way he's going to get a good exit. Black Sheep is already flying off, and we have Baba with another 6 strike penalty.
Yep. Even Logesh has closed up to Kubarabi. So, yep, we do have some battles heating up at the moment.
So, in the meantime, let's go to real life racing. And let's talk about Alpine, the hot topic for the season, apparently. But let's talk about some things more specifically. Their second seat in Formula 1, which was supposed to be taken by Oscar Piastri, who has said no and is now looking forward to Ricciardo. And McLaren has made it clear to Ricciardo that they are looking to replace him for next season.
Yeah, so the best thing that can happen from Ricciardo's perspective is that Alpine takes him back. Because he did quite well in the Renault 2 seasons he had with him, and the McLaren has never suited him, so he would be licking his chops actually because that works out in his favor.
But
then-
one thing that you have to remember is when during the Renault stint, when Ricciardo left, a lot of people in the Renault were not that happy.
Yeah,
But could you just go about Logesh? That seems to be going on very close right now, just 1/10 of each other.
Perfect timing! As he goes for the inside line and Kubarabi taking the inside line now as he pushes Logesh outside, he backs off. Probably looking for a move after the Beckett's question mark.
That was Brooklyn. So they are pushing Max and Beckett's right now. But that was a fantastic move from Logesh, taking it around the outside. that definitely requires a lot of courage to do and a lot of cooperation from the driver on the inside as well, because it's so easy for the driver to understeer. And as you see, Alphabot is closing in on Black Sheep, and look at that speed difference. That seems to be a good exit and a battery dump as well, but he's got ahead. But Black Sheep is having a good exit out of slow corner. He'll be definitely looking to fight back off that, but decide to stick back to Alphabot's Alpine. He's content seeing the rear wing for now. But yeah, Black Sheep doesn't seems to be giving it up that easy. So let's see what he's going to do. We'll see how quick he's going to retaliate.
So we do have moments here and there, as we have yellow flag sector 2, Baba. Obviously, you don't even look at the drivers where they are. Now it's gotten to a point where you can just know it's Baba. It's getting sad. Honestly, it's not even funny at this point. It's just sad. It has to be frustrating because we are just 11 laps down. And he's already 16 seconds behind.
Yep,
Never
he's a
mind,
driver.
he's
We know
36
he's
seconds
someone.
behind.
Yeah, he's a driver that we know he's capable of a lot more. But definitely, I think the lack of practice is hurting him a lot. Feels like.
But
Yeah.
yeah, going back to Alpine, I don't think this is the first time they have done an announcement without the other party knowing, because if you remember Alan Prost,
Yep. That was also right. Even Alan Prost was not that happy with the way the parting was done.
so people do say that Haas might be one of the most toxic teams because of how competitive China is, and I would like to put in the contrary view and say Alpine might take up that spot for me in my books.
Yep, that could be signs of mismanagement. Going back to the on-track action, Helium in the leading pair has decided to go to the pits. I wonder. I think he'll be going for first if enters. Yes, he does. So, yep.
We have a few questions from the chat. Sandeep Marido asking any chances of crossover to slicks, or the whole race is going to be wet. I think you saw the wet weather conditions properly, so how will you answer this question?
Yep, the telemetry did indicate a rain on all three slots. So I don't think it's going to be a transition, but we see a three-way battle here between Helium, Black Sheep, and Streeter. Helium is between those two cars. It's absolutely critical that he needs to clear these guys quick. I don't think Black Sheep is going to let him by that easy. I think, oh no, Alphabot, yes. I think Alphabot is going to let him by that.
It's going to be playing in the favor of Moto because he's going to be getting held down so much.
Yep. This is not definitely what Helium would have expected. He would definitely be, like I said, he's going to be clutching his hands and just hoping that he'll get past this guy pretty quick. But right now, the only thing that he's seeing is that rear wing of Alpine. He is looking to the inside. Is he going to send one down the inside? Nope. He's a little better and just stays back. Just hanging on to the diffuser of the car, but he's once again getting a good exit. But yep, once again, that's a really good choice from Helium there, rather than not risking it. He is looking to get to some conventional points where you can make some move, and that was a little bit of a touch. All that was required for Alphabot to get destabilized there. And now I think Black Sheep is right behind him as well. And the General Pepe is also on the back, and yeah, this is quite interesting.
Can we go on board to General Pepe? I think it's going to be an overtake turn.
Yep. Taking the inside line. Oh, contact. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the minuses in trying to make more there, because contact is something that is possible and it just sends you spinning around. See, Faizan is making the pit stop, as is Black Sheep. So Black Sheep has had enough of the tussle and he's like, I'm gonna go to the pit, change the tires and do some laps. Let's see how well their undercut attempt fares that. But yeah, that was a quite an interesting sequence of corners. I don't think Alphabot is going to be that happy that it happened. The mid corner, just a little tap, nothing too bad, but that tap was all it required for Alphabot to get moved out of the line. So he's definitely not going to be happy with that. But most importantly, Helium cleared it. So I would say Helium cut his losses there.
But to be fair, Helium is a pretty aggressive driver.
That is also true. Yeah. So going up, we do have Russell with a gap of 7.3 seconds, and he seems to be eating into the gap Moto. I mean, it's not like he's not closing it rapidly, but the gap is kind of going on in favor of Whistle. Let's see how long it takes for it. But yeah, like I said, the track limit, it's going to come back again. Oh wait, we could have a stop and go for Akash Sonavane for feeding in pit lane. But you don't want to be doing that, man. We see SSTS is getting some penalties, and so is Logesh getting a 3-second penalty for track limits. So yep, we are getting some penalties right now. Could we see the pit stops? See who else stopped? Yep, so most of the grid are coming to stop except the top 4, I would say, or top 5. Yep. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where Helium comes out with respect to Moto. And we do see 2 Ferraris. I think that's the lapped car of Babaji, I guess. But ghosted. So I guess he might have had a disconnection or something. So yeah, that's really sad to his race. It was already much of a pain for him. So I could imagine him during the race. So, yeah.
This is half an F in chat. He's not ghosted. I think he was ghosted. That's half an F in chat for Baba.
Could we go on board Faizan, who's still sticking on to Akash Sonavane as it were, and he is going down the inside. Mercedes and the Red Bull through Cops Corner. Where have we seen this before?
Oh, okay. The Red Bull went wide. He knew what was about to happen.
That was good racing, and yeah, Akash was definitely very careful over there, but good racing. Just going side by side through Cops is never an easy task, and these guys did it. So good move with Faizan over there.
Faizan on a fly off. Akash not getting a very good line. Improvements and wickets. But the slipstream and the battery deployment. Faizan moving very aggressively. It's going to be an easy move for Akash Sonavane unless Faizan closes the line. Almost did. Gets a bit of an oversteer. Rear stepping out with it.
That was very sketchy. Like, I for sure thought Faizan was going to lose his car there with the rear stepping out. I'm pretty sure even Akash would have had a very mini code brown moment there. Like, but yeah, somehow both of them go through the corner, so they both live to fight another day. That's good. And you see, Rissel has made the stop. I think he'll be coming out of the pits behind his teammate Helium. So I think all is good in terms of the Alfa Romeo's camp.
They have crossed the mid stage of the race, and Baba gets another time penalty. So that means he's still in the race. He hasn't left the session.
Someone were to make a drinking game out of Baba's penalties, I think that would be a crime.
You don't have to do a man like that.
That reminds me, can I give my review about the burrito I just had?
No thanks, sir. It's all good.
Oh,
We'll put it as a blog on the website.
Yeah.
oh, can you? Let's go.
Right, so we do have a 3-car battle. More like a 3-car train, you could say, which is led by Faizan at this moment. Akash is sticking close to him, and General Pepe, who is trying to make his way forward, but he hasn't really had that much luck, but he's trying to make the most out of it, so he is close to them. But this time around, Akash Sonavane once again using his battery, going on the outside. Faizan defending the inside, but I think he's already cleared. Oh no, he's not. They're still side by side.
Faizan is one of the most aggressive drivers. That's very sketchy. Faizan is going on Kevin Magnussen on Akash Sonavane.
Yep, that was very, very aggressive defending from Faizan there. And you see Black Sheep and Alphabot at it again. Alphabot trying to get bits of Black Sheep. He's going down the inside again, but just stops. And Black Sheep just turns in. So, yeah, that could have went really badly. Alphabot just stopped at the right moment.
Black Sheep tried to do what Alphabot did to him, but then Black Sheep realized Alphabot has something bigger than what Black Sheep has. And we're not going to mention that on the stream, are we?
So, up front, Helium has closed up to Moto. He's in 7/10. So, yep, the fresh tire doing its work. And I think even Moto has stopped. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's why the gap has come down. Yeah, Moto has made a stop.
So he has 10 laps to increase the gap, or Helium wins the opening round in Formula 1 2022 Tier-1.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure Helium would be asking Whistle also to given the call to hurry up because he needs to be within that gap so that even he could jump Moto and push it down to P3.
But Moto has fresher tires and he's already gained like 3 tenths. Now 4 tenths. There we go. So Moto has 4 laps fresher tires than Helium. But Russell has just 1 lap older tires. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to boil up and turn out to be. Because Helium is too far away to get the benefits of slipstreaming. But we're going to see what the benefits of slipstreaming are from AlphaBot's POV on Black Sheep. There you go. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy with no DRS. But Black Sheep gets touched on the outside by AlphaBot. No, that was a very aggressive turn-in by
Black Sheep is hanging on the outside. Ooh, that was very close.
And that right there is how you know what Bristle did was one of the most beautiful moves.
And we see Logesh is closing in on Black Sheep as well. He's just 2 tenths behind him, so that has really put Black Sheep under attack from Logesh. So it's just right behind there.
Well, we saw a similar move of what Black Sheep did to AlphaBot. It was, I think, Bristle on RB Frello, and that's how you know that what RB Frello did was too outrageous to be even true. Because Black Sheep struggled to do with it, and Bristle made it just breeze, walk in the park. That overtake.
Could you switch to RB Frello? I mean, there's a lot of going right now, but earlier it was like nothing going on. Now it's like everything is going on. So, yep, he is closing on Streeter, who is already running on this old set of tires. He hasn't stopped yet. So I believe RB Ferrari should have an easy run out of this corner, provided he has a good exit. Which
no, he doesn't. No, he almost did, but he did a little bit wide, but he still manages to keep the gap. He has enough battery to push it, but his yellow flag sector 1, 2, and 3 right at the time where he almost had an overtake on Streeter. Talk about bad timing right there.
I wonder what happened. I mean, I'm not seeing any stranded cars anywhere. It's all looking good. I wonder why the yellow flags are out for. But yeah, seems to be going on for now. And we see Streeter has decided to go into the pits. Great.
The esports is right now?
Yeah, looks like that. So, yep, Streeter's in the pits. That's the name dropping down. It's all cool. But I think these overtakes are going to get hampered right now because of this yellow flag. Or is it a spectator glitch? I'm not so sure. But we see Helium is close and I think he's backing out because of the yellow flag. I don't know what's going on.
Still yellow flag. I feel bad. Because that was going to be an amazing move coming up on Streeter, but then it just went off. RB Frello very, very vigilant and knew that he had to back off from the move.
Even right now, like Helium had Moto dead to right several times, but he just couldn't make it because of the yellow flags. Helium is going to be cursing his luck right now, and we see the green flags right now. Yep, Helium is definitely going to be cursing his luck because Moto was dead to rights right there. Helium could have easily got him, but man got saved by the yellow flags at the very wrong time. But Helium is definitely going to be charging at him right now. He's close, but I mean the tire advantage is with Moto, but he seems to be doing a lot of mistakes right now. He's cracking under the pressure, it looks like. Just needs to hold on.
This yellow flag situation might have brought down hell on Moto because he was already 1.5 more than he just lost everything. I don't know if I might have missed something up front happening with Moto getting bogged down or something, but
I mean, he did a pit stop. He came out. It was like 1.2 or something. But even I'm kind of confused. Like what triggered the yellow flag in the first place? This is a very big confusion for me. I don't know what exactly happened, but yeah, moving on. Things are going good, and we see another yellow flag in sector 1. Not seeing any cars. Okay, that's gone. That's good. That's good.
But Baba has DNF, so it can't be Baba this time.
We do see another train forming up. So Logesh is stuck behind Black Sheep, and up ahead we have General Pepe and Akash Navani.
I don't think if you noticed, but General Pepe is trying to go for the Ocon strategy. Look at the lifetime on those tires.
Yeah, that tires are not really looking that dandy right now. They're all full orange and they are crying for help. I just hope he doesn't finish the puncture like what he saw in today's Tier 2 race. I think one of the Ferraris finished with a front left puncture. So yeah, he needs to be careful with those tires. Lokesh is still trying his hard to get past Black Sheep, but it just doesn't seem to be coming well for him right now, and he's all out of battery as well. He's running on fumes right now. So I would say he just needs to chill on the battery a little bit, just hold on, recharge it a little bit more, and try attacking once that is up for a certain number. So. But he's doing really well to hang on to Black Sheep, though it's not a quite easy task. Black Sheep is one of the good drivers that we have. So, yeah. Say comparatively, he's doing good. He's almost close to the diffuser of Black Sheep. I think he might have had a bad exit. But once again, the lack of battery is definitely hampering him right now. Because with the ERS, it should have been an easy closing speed move for him. But he is positioning his car on the outside. Streeter is still on the inside. He's hanging it around. Will Streeter cut him off? Gives him just enough space. Good racing right there. But he still has the inside. And he just stuck back in. Good racing right there.
He just left enough space for Lokesh and not get a penalty, and that was completely on the contrast of what Koushik Tummala faced in front of 5-Zone, because he just can't ride off. So that's the difference between Black Sheep and 5-Zone in terms of racing. 5-Zone is really aggressive, but Black Sheep.
Oh, let me interrupt you right. Moto has he has waived his podium chances goodbye. I won't say podium chances, but his win chances. Yes.
Yeah, he's going to finish it now. From what we have seen now from this race itself, we know what to expect. Helium and Moto and Russell are going to be battling for the championship this season. But if things keep going the way it is, I don't think Moto is going to get the championship win because of how many mistakes he's done in just this race itself. But he has been showing promising pace in terms of compared to Helium and Russell. But Romeo is going to be taking the championship constructors championship very easily this season.
Yep, it does look like that, and you see Lokesh has got a much better exit, but he just gonna have to tuck behind the Williams over there, because that's not a place where you could make a move stick. I mean, you can, but it's not something that is advisable to do because it's a very bad corner to do it. And we see he's getting a comparatively okay-ish kind of an exit, but once again the battery is not really helping him. Could you have a look at Black Sheep ERS? Yep, he has enough to defend for a lifetime compared to what Lokesh is having right now. So, yep, that's not really gonna help Lokesh at this moment. But Lokesh tries something. No, he's not. He's just stuck in behind. So, yeah, I think it's almost about to enter desperation territory for Lokesh to get a move on. But could you have a look at the penalties, please? 3 seconds each. So. Yep, midfield seems to be kind of okay. Like, they just need to contact positions. But, yeah, Moto's penalty seems to be a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure he'll be praying that Helium or this will also get some penalties of their own. But the time is running out for him, though.
I think he might be sizing up an overtake. Never mind, it's just Black Sheep and Lokesh. It's going to stay the same way it is till the end of the race.
When up front, General Pepe, Akash Moni and 5-Zone, the situation is kind of staying the same. And I think General Pepe is content with the whole time penalties up ahead. I don't think he wants to push anymore, and he doesn't have the tires to push in the first place. Because even though he does have the pace, the tires are definitely not there for him to make more. But we see Akash is going for a move on 5-Zone. Going on the outside, 5-Zone is just making his presence known over there, just blocking it on the inside and just getting the line. Yeah, Akash definitely would have felt a bit bullied over there, but yeah, that's hard racing, I would say.
5-Zone the bully. 5-Zone the IRC. Yeah. The 5-Zone, beautiful defense. No matter how aggressive he has been, it's all fair and it's beautiful defense.
Yep, it's all been well within the rules. It's aggressive, yes, but within the rules, so yeah.
But I like the way he was defending it. Very aggressive and very, very much in my taste. The way that I would have defended the same way. But okay, never mind.
And he gets another 3 seconds, which is gonna drop him down even more. I think. I mean, technically, I don't think he's gonna drop any further because he's having a 7. Wait. Yes, he's going to drop. My bad. I read the deltas very wrong. But we see Lokesh is once again stuck to the back of Black Sheep. But unless he could do something at the batting station, it's going to be tough. But we do see he's going around the outside. Black Sheep just sending him around the out. Will be able to stick it around the outside. Let's see. Not today. Black Sheep gave him just no space. But once again the inside line is opening up, but again not enough space for him to go. Just enough space for him to be there, but not enough to make a move. Let's say. You see round 2 of Akash versus Faizan. Akash is once again going there. Faizan is once again going down the inside. You've seen this happening so many times. What's Akash going to do? He dummies on the inside but goes on the outside. But once again Faizan just pulls it on the inside.
Same story.
That
Okay,
was
there
a
we
bit
go.
too much.
There we go. That is going to be a goal. That was too aggressive. That's not even aggressive. He just pushed him off the track.
Yep. That was a bit too aggressive beyond the line. So yeah, maybe he should have just given him a bit more space, but it was not done. And we see Black Sheep is making a move on Akash. Is that it? Or oh wait, that's Logesh. Yes,
No.
so Logesh has finally got Black Sheep. So let's see how long he can hold on to it. But Black Sheep is still here. He's not
Yeah.
done yet.
You went
He's
too
having-
quick for it, Deepak.
Yep. I mean, this camera angle, I couldn't really see a lot going on, but yeah, Black Sheep has definitely fought it back. And not this side by side through this corner, please. And yeah, try to make it through. But Logesh is not gone yet. He's still stuck. He's on the inside. He's breaking deep. He's going for it. Will Black Sheep go for a switchback? Yes, he does. But will it be another switchback? Nope. Black Sheep is sticking on the outside. Logesh is definitely blocking the switchback line there. Just positioned his car over there.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, most crucially, now Black Sheep needs to get this on track because both of them are level on penalties. So he definitely needs to get this run on track for the position to stick.
But Black Sheep does have more ERS than Logesh, so it's going to be easy again. Just needs to get a good enough exits. Take behind.
Yep, that's absolutely true because Black Sheep just needs to stick behind him, and I'm pretty sure you can get him in slow. Or maybe if you could just wait it out, just hang out behind him. Given the decisive blow on the final lap, I think that will be a much better option for him to do. Front General Pay, he's trying to survive, trying to stay alive with those tires. It's gonna be an absolute miracle if he goes through with that because that is pushing it dangerously close to puncture territory right there. Tires are not doing well at all. And I feel really bad for Akash as well. He was running a good race. I was looking for a solid midfield finish, but yeah, he's definitely not gonna be happy with what happened. Gonna be expecting a few spicy reports here and there, but yeah.
One of the verdicts I've been very excited to see will be Faizan on the customer. That was blatant murder right there. And just ruined the passion because this is 14 on the points completely off.
Yep, we do know how competitive this grid is. Every single point is going to count towards the Constructors Championship. So, yeah, that's not really a good start for the championship campaign for Red Bull. But, yeah, I mean, one thing that I have to say is I'm really amazed that the results come back because after that first lap incident was stuck down. I think he had to make an early pit stop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but whatever it was, he was stuck behind. But somehow he still fought his way back through. Yes, he has superior pace, but in these conditions, fighting it back and coming back to podium contention after that, it's definitely worthy of mentioning.
I would say for me, the driver of the day has to be General Pepe because General Pepe did get wind damage in the start and was completely taken at his surprise.
Yep.
And he has 17 laps all intermediate drivers. He hasn't been it since then. That everyone knows 22 laps. He hasn't been it since then. And this reminds me of my own win in IRC. That was the debut round of season 5 in Australia, where I did the same thing. I think I had an early pit stop, I didn't pit, and I had 25 and 6 tires, hard tires, really end the race. So, from that experience, I gotta say that Pepe has done that in the wet weather of all places. It's gotta be driver of the day for me.
Yep, so Alphabot is closing it to Violent Gandhi, who is known to be the party animal of our community. But yeah, so he's trying to hang on to his level best. We just got one more lap to do, and Alphabot is definitely looking to increase his gains over there, gain another position because Violent Gandhi also has a 3-second penalty. So he needs to get this move done on track. And so far he looks to be closing up really good. The gap is staying pretty good. He's closing in, and we do see a yellow flag again, and that seems to be Streeter, I guess. Yep, that is Peter. The team must have lost a few valuable positions there. Anyway, moving on to Alphabot. 2 cops they go, and oh, that's a bit wide. Stays off track just enough so that he avoids the track warning. That's really good thinking right there. Throwing it into maggots and buckets. Seems to be having a lot of understeer. Probably the tires are just not cooperating at this point. That's a decent exit, I would say. Not too bad, but yeah. So I'm pretty sure he's just gonna be able to hang on right now.
Final lap coming out. I think we're finishing the final lap pretty soon. Celebrating Ray last by he is driving beautiful race. But the top 3 have done their own thing this race. Moro almost had the race when if we would have the second penalty again, it would have been easy race for him. But Arane Gupta probably going for an over Pepe. He has pretty much overtires, but the move won't help him much. He should just stay behind because he's going to be winning his race just like that. He shouldn't be doing that. Arane Gupta, the only Red Bull to finish in the front from today's race.
That was the third save I am seeing Arane Gupta pulling it off, because that could have been the race ending once again, but somehow he manages to pull it off. So, I mean, anyway, if he had made the overtake on Pepe, he had a 3 seconds time penalty, which would have definitely dropped him back. But I do understand what he was trying to do. But you see, Moto crossing the line, he does take the checkered flag, but unfortunately, he does have 6 seconds of penalty, which is going to relegate him to P3. And Helium crosses the checkered flag, takes the win. Bristol comes in P2. The Alfa Romeo boys complete 1-2 finish, and we do see RB Ferrello coming in from P3. I mean, this has been a typical RB Ferrello performance. He doesn't really does a lot of let's say over the top stuff, but manages to keep his nose clean, does consistent lap times, and manages to get a solid result. And that is indeed a solid result for him. And we do see Alphabot is trying to close in, but I don't think he's close enough. So I do guess this is going to stay as it is unless something happens to Vailan Gandhi, but I don't really think so. He's definitely going to complete it. And Faizan and General Pepe cross the line. Faizan gets demoted because of the track limit penalties, and General Pepe goes up to P5, which is a good result. And we see Vailan Gandhi crossing a lot of debris over there. Yep. So we've got top 10 finishes already, and Black Sheep is coming in with 6 seconds, and the car is ghosted as well, which I don't really know what's going on, but yep.
Okay.
That was a bit weird to see.
That was
Considering that he
interesting.
had 6 seconds of penalty, that was weird.
Yeah, imagine if that cost him a place.
Why is that driver the day? Interesting game, interesting.
Well, considering the grid slot where Faizan started from the position where he finished, yeah, I would say if you compare to that, that's definitely a driver of the day performance.
Helium walking onto the podium finishes with the race winner for tonight, followed by Bristol finishing P2, rounding up Alfa Romeo 1-2 finish, followed by Moto sadly in P3. In the end of the race, he just needed to get a 2/10 gap to Helium to have done the race win. But now, here is our finishing order from tonight's race. Helium finishes P1, Bristol P2, Moto P3, rounding up the top 8 of today's race. Following that, we're going down the order, Arbitrello P4, Gerald P5, Faizan P6, P7, Valentine P8, Alphabot P9, Logesh P10. These are the drivers getting points for tonight's race. For that, they have Kurabi P11, Raj P12, Streeter P13, Akash Nominee having an incident with Faizan getting wind damage, finishes P14, 1 lap down. A lot of drivers took monster strategies, but sadly, that's not the same for Akash Tsunami. And we are done with the race.
Right, let's move on to the podium interviews. I do believe you got the podium drivers here. I think Helium and Rizla here. Let me just see if I get Moto.
Yeah.
No, why didn't I get started?
Absolutely. Beautiful drive, Helium, Bristol, from right after the first lap to qualify to the other race. It was a beautiful drive. Helium, obviously, beautiful drive, but I do have one question to Bristol. And Bristol, you know what that question is going to be. What happened at the race start?
Well, the lights didn't go out for me, so yeah, I just sat on the grid and then everyone went past, so I was a bit confused. This happened like last season in Brazil as well, but I don't really care, to be honest.
But beautiful comeback drive. That was amazing stuff.
Thank you.
Helium, congrats on the race win. What was going through your mind before and after Moto got the second 3 second step penalty?
Well, before I just saw that his setup was pretty ridiculous. He was gaining like 3-4 tenths, maybe 5 tenths every straight. So I knew I wasn't getting P1 unless until he made mistakes and got penalties. The first one he got, I was pretty ecstatic, but he went out of the 3 second, so that was pretty demotivating. And then after the second one and the virtual safety car, I knew it was going to be easy. Now the only issue will be that if he gets one of them removed, one of the things. But yeah, it was a good race, good 1-2 for the team if Moto doesn't do any reports or anything. So yeah.
Deepak, you want to take this?
Yep. So I mean, most of the patients you had cleared with. I was just kind of curious what happened at the start. So I do understand that there has been some kind of a start lights desync, because we did see some drive-through penalties also popping up. I wonder what happened there, but yeah, that's really unfortunate to have your race messed up by that. But still, I would say, Rizal, you did really good to control the damage, really good. So I think we haven't asked anything, Motomoto. So Motomoto, could you hear us? Could you respond?
Yeah.
Yes, I see. I still haven't changed the mic. So yeah, could you just talk us through your race? So I mean, from the combox here, we had for us it looked like a very uneventful race, but I'm pretty sure there would have been a lot going on with your side. So just let us know what was going on.
Yeah, pretty disappointing race. I mean, I had good pace. I nailed the setup. I didn't want to go very high on the downforce because Silverstone. Most time going down the streets only. I got the first 3 seconds. I mean, I was fine with that because I knew I had the pace to break out of that. But then this VSC happened and there was a desync between my delta and Helium's delta. So basically, because of that, Helium could close up quite a bit, and it made me a bit. Let's just say I wasn't too glad about that. So I got a bit nervy after that, and I picked up my second pen. And I mean, after that, I knew I pretty much was.
Yeah. So was there a VSC?
Yeah, there was a VSC, and my delta was. I mean, it was a normal delta, but for some reason, Helium gained like a second and a half. I mean, under VSC.
Because for us from the spectator side, we didn't see any VSCs. We just saw sector 1, 2, 3 yellow. That's all we saw. So yeah, definitely that does raise a few questions regarding desync.
Yeah,
I'm
pretty sure.
Up in the hand of
I'm pretty sure I speak for the majority when I say this game is in point here, right? But it was a fun race. I enjoyed that. Getting to know the wet conditions.
Yep. So, Helium, you have done a fantastic job today.
Thank you.
Both you and Russell just came out of the blocks announcing yourself that to be the guys to beat. So, yeah, what do you want to say?
Well, technically, Monto was the guy to beat. Literally, like, he made the setup, which I want right now, by the way, just FYI. So, but yeah, it was a good race.
Just remembered I forgot to save it as well, so that's good.
You didn't save it, you. Very nice. Good boy. But all I saw that the only difference I think I saw was my setup was very stable. I wasn't having too many moments, and he was losing the car a little bit. So I think that was the only thing that was keeping me like close, because if he was like pretty perfect, I wouldn't have been even 10 seconds near him. So it was a good race, but good 1-2.
Yeah, all right, good result, great result for you guys, and definitely say Answer Romi has already drawn the first blood today. So yeah, good job guys, really great race.
Thank you.
Yep, and with that, we are coming to close on our stream. So this weekend was a pretty eventful week. We did had Tier 2021 kicking off. We did had Tier 2 and Tier 1 we saw today. And we also have ACC, which had kicked off on Saturday. And we do come back next week. Next week it's Australia in F1 and it is Hungary in ACC. So do stay tuned. Follow us on the Instagram. Follow us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And do join us on Discord to join another fun and sign up for the leagues. And yeah, please do race with us. It will be quite amazing. Let me promise you that. And on that note, it's me, Deepakraj, signing off.